Friends, I would like to introduce to you a handbook written by our President of People's Union for Civil Liberties, Professor Prabhakar Sinha from Bihar, India. The heading given to this book is Human Rights, a Handbook for All. I would like to read out the entire book in stages. Let's do about 10 to 15 minutes of reading today. What is meant by human rights? Human rights are rights by birth. A person has them simply because he is a human being. No other qualification is needed for them. They are all the same for all, irrespective of any distinction of race, religion, nationality, language, sex, or any other thing. They are inalienable in the sense that they cannot be denied or taken away by anybody for anything done by him or for any other reason. The source of human rights is not positive law, that is laws framed by the state, but one's membership of the human society. Thus, it is above positive law. Positive law is there only to make them available to the citizens of a country. Laws framed to curb or deny them are acts of violation of human rights. Apartheid practiced in South Africa or anti-women or anti-minorities laws under the erstwhile Taliban regime of Afghanistan are instances of gross violation of human rights. Thus, even the state does not have the right to deny them. Why should human rights be above positive laws? If law is made the source of human rights, then it would be legitimate and lawful for the state to treat the people in any way it liked by enacting appropriate laws. Then Hitler butchering of millions of Jews, apartheid in South Africa, the atrocities committed by the Taliban in Afghanistan, and even the inhuman act of slavery would become legitimate because they were supported by the laws of the time. It would also give a license to all authoritarian governments to suppress their people by framing laws denying to the rest of the world the scope and right to intervene or even criticize. The world would then be moving backward, and for that would be worse rather than better. It would be going against the spirit of creating a world free from oppression where all have adequate opportunity to develop and realize their cherished dreams. If human rights are above positive law, how can society be protected from violent elements for antisocials who may seek shelter of human rights? No right is absolute. Human rights are no exception. Thus, if a person violates the legitimate laws of the society, he is liable to be punished and his activities curbed. When someone is imprisoned, his personal liberty is curbed If an organization is banned, the people's right to association is curbed, and if one is prevented from inciting the people to violence, his freedom of speech and expression is curbed. But these restrictions are imposed in the larger interest of the society. So long these restrictions are imposed legitimately and punishment to a person is awarded by an independent and impartial court in an open trial after affording the accused sufficient and effective opportunity to defend himself and presuming that he is innocent till he is proved guilty, his human rights are not violated. But if these conditions are not met and the law and the court are used simply as a means to legitimize an illegal and illegitimate act, such acts become acts of violation of human rights. Many countries have been using courts of law to commit numerous crimes, including judicial murder, while maintaining a facade of justice. Such judicial pronouncements are violation of human rights. What are human rights? There is no unanimous definition of human rights, nor an agreed list. In fact, it is well nigh impossible to have one, as views on what should be human rights are quite divergent. However, the UNO, that is United Nations Organization, succeeded in agreeing to a draft which was adopted on 10th December 1948 and was promulgated as the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR. It consists of a preamble and 30 articles formulating various rights. All members of the UNO have accepted the declaration and pledged themselves to make the rights available to their citizens. However, there is no time frame. The expression human rights has generally come to be used to refer to the rights enumerated in the UN Declaration. The draft was the result of very wide consultations with eminent thinkers and leaders, non-governmental organizations and the governments of the member states. It was the fruit of almost 3 years of sincere efforts. What are the rights enumerated in the UN Declaration? Here is the text of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights promulgated on 10 December 1948. Preamble. Whereas recognition of the inherent dignity and of the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family is the foundation of freedom, justice, peace in the world. Whereas disregard and contempt of human rights have resulted in barbarous acts which have outraged the conscience of mankind, and the advent of a world in which human beings shall enjoy freedom of speech and belief and freedom from fear and want has been proclaimed as the highest aspiration of the common people. Whereas it is essential, if man is not to be compelled to have recourse as a last resort to rebellion against tyranny and oppression, that human rights should be protected by the rule of law. Whereas it is essential to promote the development of friendly relations between nations. Whereas the people of the United Nations have in the Charter reaffirmed their faith in fundamental human right in the dignity and worth of the human person and in the equal rights of men and women, and have determined to promote social progress and better standards of life in larger freedom. Whereas member states have pledged themselves to achieve, in cooperation with the United Nations, the promotion of universal respect for and observance of human rights and fundamental freedom. Whereas a common understanding of these rights and freedoms is of the greatest importance for the full realization of this pledge. The General Assembly proclaims this Universal Declaration of Human Rights as a common standard of achievement for all peoples and all nations, to the end that every individual and every organ of society, keeping this declaration constantly in mind, shall strive by teaching and education to promote respect for these rights and freedoms, and by progressive measures, national and international, to secure their universal and effective recognition and observance both among the peoples of member states themselves and among the peoples of territories under their jurisdiction. Article 1. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. Article 2. Everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration, without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinions, national or social origin, property, birth or other status. Furthermore, no distinction shall be made on the basis of political, jurisdictional or international status of the country or territory to which a person belongs, whether it be independent, trust, non-self-government governing, or under any other limitations of sovereignty. Article 3. Everyone has the right to life, liberty and security of person. Article 4. No one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all their form. Article 5. No one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhuman or degrading treatment or punishment. Article 6. Everyone has the right to recognition everywhere as a person before the law. Article 7. All are equal before the law and are entitled without any discrimination to equal protection of the law. All are entitled to equal protection against any discrimination in violation of this declaration and against any incitement of such discrimination. Article 8. Everyone has the right to an effective remedy by the competent national tribunals for acts violating the fundamental rights granted him by the Constitution or by law. Article 9. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest, detention or exile. Article 10. Everyone is entitled in full equality to a fair